Hello, dear students. As you all know, your exam pattern is divided into four sections. Out of these four, the first one is reading section, which is the most important as it carries 20 marks. This section will have two unseen passages of a total length of 700 to 750 words. The arrangement within the reading section is question 1. Question 1 will be having a factual passage of 300 to 350 words with 8 objective questions, including multiple choice questions. And question 2 will carry a literary passage of 350 to 400 words with 4 short answer type questions to test inference, evaluation, and analysis, and 4 objective type questions to test vocabulary. Unseen passages generally sound easy, but this simplicity is depictive one. Students generally commit a lot of mistakes while attempting it. So, here I am going to tell you some points to be kept in mind while attempting the reading section. The first is read the given passage slowly and carefully. Try to understand the gist of the passage or what it is about. And read the passage once again if you have not grasped its meaning fully at the first reading. Don't get upset if the meaning of some difficult words in the passage are not known to you. If you apply a little thought, you can guess the meaning of such words in relation to the same sense in which they have been used in a particular sentence or context. After you grasp the passage, read the questions given below it one by one. There is another trick for you. You can read the questions given below the passage one by one, and after that you can read the passage very carefully. Then take a pencil, underline those parts of the passage which give the key or clue to your answers. When the answers to all the given questions are clear to you, pen them down in your answer book. As far as possible, use your own words. Don't copy the language of the passage and try to write in the simple language and try to use your own words in the answers. Your answers should be brief, clear, and to the point. Often it is possible to give a good answer using only a single word or phrase. And it is not necessary to write in complete sentence. And try to avoid the unnecessary things in your answers. Sometimes students write unnecessary things and the complete sentence taken from the passage. Please try these type of things. Your language should be simple but correct. Try to write your answers in the simple language. Try to use complicated or complex language and use simple sentences and small sentences. Revise your answers and examine them carefully to see that they are clear and complete. If an answer is too long, you must further compress it by omitting unnecessary details. Means you can omit, you can avoid, you can ignore the unnecessary information or unnecessary detail in your answer. Try to be to the point in your answer. Correct all mistakes in spellings, grammar, punctuation, etc. In case of multiple choice questions, study all the given alternatives carefully and only then make your choice. It never pays to make a guess. Means if you are given a multiple choice question, means if you have given for 3 to 4 options at that time, um, you should be very carefully, because it never pays to make a guess. You can't write, or you can't give the answer on your that will be based on your guess. So here, students, you all are advised to develop a habit of using dictionary. Often it happens that we skip off a word we don't understand in a piece of writing and feel content by merely making a guess of its meaning or sense. We don't take the trouble of looking up its contextual meaning in some good dictionary. So develop a habit of using dictionary every day. Such laziness never pays and should be given up at once. Means when we see any difficult word in the passage, we try to ignore or avoid the word there. So students who make the use of dictionary a habit with them can surely enrich their vocabulary and gain a good command of the language. Look upon your dictionary as your Bible. Means make use of your dictionary every day. It will be a good guide for you. So, I hope you understood that the aim of reading comprehension is to measure your ability to read and understand. For this reason, you will not be penalized for mistakes in grammar, spellings, or punctuation, provided that you have shown a good understanding of the passage. However, you will need to be carefully with your language, because marks can only be awarded if you have expressed your ideas clearly. Examiners cannot give you any mark if they are unable to understand what you are trying to say. Always try to answer the questions briefly. Often it is possible to give a good answer using only a single word or phrase, and it is not necessary to write the unnecessary things again and again. Remember one thing, this section also includes some vocabulary questions, but these are designed to test your reading skills rather than the size of your vocabulary. If you already know the word which is being tested, this is fine. However, if you don't know the word, you should use your reading skills to work out of the meaning from the context, as you have practiced in some exercises of your main course book. A large number of passages, including passages from various question papers, have been given in your books for your practice. So attempt all the passages yourself and then have them checked by your parents or by your teachers. So here students, I hope you understood what I want to make you understand here. Thank you.